Hi, welcome back to Heart of Gold. I am Paul Chartier. Next to me, Cody Boone with former Little from Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yes, sir.
Jackson Hodge, a current Little Brother.
Yes.
And Mike Scanlon, the acting executive director of Big Brothers Big Sisters. You and two other gentlemen saved Big Brothers Big Sisters several years ago. What drew you to really commit and dive in as much as you have, and now as the acting director with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
You know, Paul, it was really the community that saved it. The three of us jumped in. It was Alan Stein, Phil Hollebeck, but the community, when we went out and said we needed money, came up with the money. They came up with the moral support. They came up as volunteers, and it's just great to see the Bluegrass acting like the Bluegrass that we all know. And they came together and absolutely just made it right. But you asked why. The why was each one of us know how important it is to make that connection, that mentor connection with a kid. Mm-hmm. And that a kid that needs that changes everything if they're lacking it. And we just knew there'd be 500 kids lose their connection if we didn't do something. And so all we did was ask the community to help. They did the work.
That's nice of you to defer or deflect, but this triumvirate really took the bull by the horns, and if you three had not done it, nobody would have, and it would have sunk, and a lot of children would have been without mentors. And when we look at the future of our community being children, Cody, you were a former Little.
Yes, sir.
What did Big Brothers Big Sisters do for you?
It really changed my life. When I first started the program, I was doing really horrible in school.
And how old were you?
That's a good question. It was 2004, so I was 11-ish.
Okay. This isn't a math test.
Yes.
Roughly is good.
Roughly 11-ish.
Yeah.
But I was doing really bad in school, got into a lot of fights, and had failing grades. And I was considered a troubled kid. Mm-hmm. And now I'm really successful. I've got a 4-ride through college. It's paid for. And I just want to better myself.
In the program of Big Brothers, you had to be a willing recipient. Who was your big brother?
My first big brother was a Center College senior, and I was matched with him for almost a year, and he left after graduation due to a college or to a job offer. Then my latest big brother is Don Carney, and I'm still with him now. I actually eat breakfast with him at least once a week, and we still go out and do things together.
So you were a troubled kid.
Yes.
It's not easy to go from that lifestyle to willing to accept someone else in your life who wants to offer you a better life. How did that transition happen for you?
I started off in a single-parent household, of course. The father wasn't in the picture, and I only had my mother and my older sister. Then with Don's help, he showed me affection, was able to help me or guide me on life. And I was able to change schools, got into a smaller school system, a smaller setting, and I was able to be a leader.
How did you get a full ride?
Good grades, and filling out every grant and scholarship you can possibly imagine.
Good for you. And had Big Brothers not entered your life, what would have happened to you?
I would not be sitting on this couch with you. Most likely, with the way I was going, I'd probably be another statistic behind bars.
That's a big difference. We'll come back to you. Jackson, how are you?
Good.
What grade are you in?
5th grade.
And what kind of superhero are you?
For the superhero run, I was Green Lantern.
Congratulations, because you won an award, didn't you?
Yes.
And how long have you been at Little in Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I think maybe 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
Did your mom or dad want you to get involved, or how did it happen that you got a big brother?
Well, my brothers were already in the program, so, and my mom was trying to get me into the program, but like it got held back for some reason. I don't really remember, but yeah.
And who's your big brother?
Glenn Means.
And tell me what kind of things you guys do together.
We usually, like most of the time, whenever we go out, we usually get food or go see a movie or something. like that.
Does he stress academics with you? Does he tell you to do your homework? Does he help you with your homework?
I don't usually need help with homework because I do great in school.
Well, congratulations. That's fantastic. So do you love Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Yes, I do.
Jackson, if you were to talk to other kids in your school, what would you tell them about Big Brothers Big Sisters?
I would probably tell them to join and just have fun with the program and just try to sign up for it.
And what has it done for you?
It's just helped me do better and try harder to do things.
Well, you are a polite, smart young man, and everybody in your life should be congratulated, especially you.
Thank you.
Mike, these are goosebump stories right here. That, I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what happens in Fayette County, in Central Kentucky, in America with Big Brothers Big Sisters. What are the challenges right now for you with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Well, the biggest challenge we have is getting enough big brothers. We have 200 young men, boys, on the waiting list looking for bigs.
In Fayette County, Central Kentucky?
Central Kentucky,
Okay.
Primarily in Fayette County. And it is a commitment. It's once a week, an hour or so, but there's plenty to do, and I don't know who enjoys it the most when I meet with the bigs. You know, the bigs tell the heart-rending stories just like the littles do. But the biggest challenge is getting the bigs, and then there's the challenge we all face is just having enough money. Good work costs money.
You've been very creative, you and Big Brothers, over the last few years to regenerate and get that great image back of what you're doing, of no fault of the children, the bigs or littles. Just stuff happens. What are you doing to help build those relationships, build those bridges here in Central Kentucky? Well,
last year we won an award being one of the top 10 agencies in the country, and that's for improving our financial condition, maintaining excellent programming and controls. And they come in and take a pretty thorough look, and to be one of the top 10 out of all the agencies in the country, that's a pretty
very strong.
That's a pretty big story.
Yep.
And you know, usually it's the kids and the matches that tell the story, and the fact that we're here, we're strong, and have a presence has done a long way, because we've been around since 1956, so there was a lot of goodwill, and the goodwill continues, and the need is so great, and we fill it. So the goodwill, we were lucky. The goodwill and the brand, if you want to call it a brand, worked out real good. And statistically, it's measurable. The littles do better. We can prove with surveys that are real, that their performance in school is better, their attendance is better, their likelihood not to start drugs is better, their likelihood to go to college and stick to it is better.
Someone's nodding over here.
Right. And it's all about that connection, whether it's a man and a boy or a woman and a girl. Just like you said, just do things together. And you mentioned the word just affection. Just that connection is a life changer.
We want people that are watching to go to your website or to call. What's the website, Mike, and how can they get hold of you?
It's bbbs-bluegrass.org. How'd I do? I did pretty good.
Very, very well, thank you.
Right. And it is a great website. We just got it refreshed today. So it is a great website. It will guide you. We have programs in the schools that if you want to be a daytime mentor, we can do it in the schools. If you want to be a community match, we can do it outside the schools. And whatever your abilities are to be a big, we can find a way to help you.
Some people have families, they can't dedicate their evenings.
Right.
So explain the daytime program.
Well, we have partnered with certain schools that have asked us to come in and provide mentors, and they go in for an hour once a week, and we help them with their homework, but not really. We help them, but they talk, and they just talk about the world, and they do the homework, but there's a dedicated 15 minutes of it where there's just no work at all. And I've heard so many stories from the teachers and from the kids that that's the day they look forward to the most. And they tend to get along with their friends better. They look. Who looks forward to going to school in elementary school or junior high school? You know, nobody does. But on Big Brother's Day, Big Sister's Day, they do.
And Cody, when you were going through the process, you may not have understood that it would have gotten you where you are right now.
Yes.
Did you fight it along the way a little bit, or did you embrace it immediately?
Everybody always has a little rough patch in their life. And of course, there's me being the young guy that I am, there's always a little bit of rebellion in everybody. But I started to notice the success that I was doing and how much I could further myself if I just accepted it and went along.
Is this not like a snapshot of what Big Brothers and Big Sisters can do?
Absolutely. He's already contributing. He's already in business for himself. He's already a role model for other people, and he's the kind of leader that's going to be paying our retirement. And I can't wait for him to be there.
I'm going to ask a very inappropriate question. Cody, how old are you?
I'm getting ready to turn 21.
How many 21-year-olds admit to being rebellious and talk about the word affection that they lacked in their lives?
Not very many.
And I think it's a great testament to you. In the last few minutes, we're going to give the website again. Jackson, why should someone volunteer to be a Big Brother?
Because they can just help little kids, like just maybe turn their life around like him, and just help them with like their life and help them with homework, and just to try to be there for them if they don't have another man role model in their life.
And in your time that you have with your Big, what kind of fun things do you do?
Like I said earlier, we usually go for like movies or like fun activities we can do, or we usually go out to eat after we're done with our activity.
And how often do you go out with your Big?
At least maybe once or twice a week.
That's really amazing that he dedicates that much time. So he's really like a big brother to you.
Yes.
Do you always get along with him?
Yes, I do.
You're very polite, aren't you?
Huh?
You're very polite.
Yes.
You are. Mike, you couldn't have picked two better representatives of Big Brothers than these two young men.
The cream rises to the top. I just get to watch.
It's fantastic. In closing, if you want to give the website and phone number again for people to volunteer and or donate and become a partner.
It's yeah, there we thank you, bbbs-bluegrass.org. I did that.
Or they can call the phone number of 246, whatever was on the screen.
Yeah.
Cody, Jackson, congratulations. Thank you for taking some of your evening. It may seem like not a fun thing to do on a cold night to come in and do this, but look at all the people watching and how many lives you can change by them looking at you and thinking, I can be the same thing. So thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us, Paul.
Mike, thank you. And Happy New Year, everybody. This will be a great year for us, won't it?
Yes, it will.
It's a big year for you. I'm Paul Chartier. Go to the website, become a Big Brother, Big Sister, a donor to Big Brothers, Big Sisters. You will not regret it. It'll warm your heart. Thank you very much for watching.